Okay, interesting energies. The first thing that I see, Cancer, is I see you here. This could be any water sign. This could be Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces, but I'm reading it as you, Cancer, because I'm seeing it in this reading. And there may be a way in which you feel this month, because this is in the center, just like you're carrying a lot of burdens. Things might feel heavy. But I also see this as a cycle that's wrapping up. This is a 10. So it means that if you've been carrying some heavy burdens, if it felt like you've had to have all the responsibility or do all the work, that's completing now. And that you're getting to a place where maybe you're acknowledging your own emotional balance, your own inner looking into things and how it affects you emotionally, maybe letting go of things that feel extraneous or overly burdensome, or that you're carrying more than your fair share. I see you as sort of coming to the end of the road of carrying all this stuff. And it may be that there's been a period of waiting for something, like I'm waiting for my harvest to come in. This card, 7 of Coins, always has to do with where we put our energy and investment, and whether it's yielding the returns that we want, and whether we want to reconsider that and put energies elsewhere. So with this in reverse, it's saying you may be having a hard time with patience or waiting on something, waiting for the result end to come out. But I do see you in an emotionally stable place, and I like what's going on here towards the end of the month. At the opening of the month, there may have been something where it felt like you had a lack of vision, or you're not seeing where you want to go in the future, that things feel fuzzy or unclear, like where do we go from here? What am I building? What am I working towards? That can also echo this 7 of Coins in reverse. Like what am I putting my energies into? Am I just spinning my wheels? Am I just putting out effort that doesn't have benefit? And with 3 of Wands, it's giving you an opportunity to clarify, what are your goals? What's your mission? What do you want to achieve? What is it that you want to accomplish? Because towards the end of the month, I see you getting very clear on that. This is Magician, and being able to create the results that you want in present time. So if at the opening of October you feel like maybe you're spinning your wheels, or you don't really know which way you're going or what it is that you want to create, I actually see that there's some momentum through October as you put down what's not necessary, what feels like extraneous effort that doesn't benefit you but just feels like a burden. I see you at the beginning of the month feeling very animated about something, like wanting to speak your truth, wanting to say what and charge forward into what you believe and think about something, especially as it relates to an old relationship that felt a little toxic, or it felt a little bit like it was draining your emotional energy, draining your cup. Maybe you felt bound to someone in the past. This is a letting go of that, Cancer. This is saying, I'm no longer willing to be in bondage. I say no to toxic situations. I'm refusing that cup where it makes me feel bound and at mercy of something that I'm giving my power away to. So even though you may have had to walk away from something, and maybe you felt left out in the cold, that you felt like there was a loss, that it was just hard work, I see you sort of regaining, by the middle of the month, regaining your footing, especially your emotional wholeness. And it may be that you had to wait a while to get into a relationship that felt like it was someone who was an equivalent or a peer. When I see Empress and Emperor together, this is a natural couple. This is like the power couple of the tarot. I mean, I kind of read this as like Beyonce and Jay-Z. It's just the Emperor and the Empress. This is the natural divine feminine, the natural divine masculine. In this reading, she is in reverse, so there is some way where you may not be feeling satisfied or full of growth, but that's just, that I see as a temporary thing, Cancer. I see you as being able to manifest the results that you want, and these are all power cards. I mean, Magician is the one who creates, who has a vision creates the results they want through their laser-like focus and concentration. Empress is the person who is able to receive everything. She just lays back and lets the world unfold at her feet. And Emperor, creates a world and a structure where his word is law. So if there has been any confusion or lack of vision, by the end of the month, I see you really resolving that. The only thing I see is that you may have to, with this in reverse, identify that yes, you're worthy of all these good things that are coming to you. You are worthy of being at the head of your own kingdom, creating the results you want, having the things happen that you want to happen. And it could very well be that you end up or strengthen this lover's relationship with Empress and Emperor next to one another, with lovers following it. If you have had any quarrels, or if there have been not seeing eye to eye, I see you resolving that by the end of the month. Maybe you go to a Halloween party and it just opens things up for you, or you discover someone who's an equal that you're able to be vulnerable with. You may have been waiting for this for a long time, but I see you going from Devil in reverse, letting go of any toxicity in your relationships, any bondage, any giving your power away, to really feeling like, we're equals. There might be some power struggles if you're in a relationship towards the end of the month. You may identify with one or another of these characters, but there are equals. They each rule. They're each in control of themselves. So if you feel a little bit out of control, I see you working it out by the end of the month, because you have this vision of what you want to create. You're able to say, this is what I want, let's manifest it. And it's beautiful, loving energy by the end of the month, Cancer. So I really love partnership for you this month. It really is dependent upon you getting grounded and not carrying more than your fair share. Also not trying to carry the other person's responsibilities. When you let go of that, there could be some element of that with Empress in reverse. This is like the mother who does too much. If you can let go of that and just be your natural self, Cancer, Emperor gets to show up just as who he is, and it creates a stronger bond. It says, we're both equals. This is a blessed union. So I love this energy for you, Cancer. If you're not in a relationship in October, there very well could be one coming in as you say no to any toxic things from the past that maybe clouded your vision. I see you as stepping into your power, your agency, creating the results you want, and welcoming in this beautiful love relationship.